Hey, what is going on, Leos? Butch Tarot here. I am going to do your June reading. It's for the month of June. It is a general read, so it may not resonate with everyone. It is for your Sun, Moon, Rising, and your Venus. For all you cross watchers, roles can be reversed. Always feel free to comment down below. With all that being said, let's get it. Universe, what is going on for Leos for June 2024? What message do we have for Leos? What do we have coming in for Leos? All right, Leos. So the first thing that I see, Leos, I feel like this is you. I feel like something recently has come to an end. We start with the World card. I feel like there may be an end of a relationship or, maybe just getting over a past relationship. Something that was very chaotic. I feel like there's a lot of overwhelming energy coming from your side of this. I feel like you got a lot on your plate. And it doesn't seem to end. I see you spending a lot of time in your head. But with that Two of Pentacles, it's all about... It's like that energy, you have too much going on. Too much for one person. And I feel like this is causing you to kind of resort to being in your own head. Trying to overcome it yourself. But I feel like that's not going to last very long. Because what I do see... I see a past person. Now, this isn't the person we're just talking about, this past breakup or this past getting over someone. I feel like this is someone further back. This is someone I feel like you had a real connection with. Someone you thought, maybe even still think, is the one. I see this person coming back. I feel like I feel like it's not really coincidence that this person's coming back at this time. I feel like they're coming back at this time. I feel like they've been keeping an eye on you. And I feel like this person is coming back at the best moment possible. Coming back, and I feel like it starts off as them being your friend. Them showing you the different side of them and how much they've changed. And I feel like, honestly, I don't think I've seen so many changes in a person. I feel like this is a completely different person than who you knew from the past. I feel like all the good things are still there, but I feel like they built on that. But like I said, they're not coming in to push that agenda right away. I feel like this person feels like they owe you to be your friend first. They owe you to establish trust with you first. I don't feel like it, with this energy, it's like it's either someone that you know, you saw it going somewhere and it never did, or it didn't even get started. But that's all about the change as well. Like I said, this person comes in very supportive, very nurturing. I feel like that right there in itself it shows a lot of difference in this person. But like I said, I've never seen so many changes in a person because I feel like this person has grown up tremendously. Huge transformation in this person with that death card, and then the six of swords. You know, huge changes. I mean, it's all about changes. I feel like this person has evolved. They've grown up. There's definitely a more mature energy with this person than I feel like you've ever felt before, and that's something that says a lot. You know, this person maybe didn't know what they wanted before, but now they know. They've known for a while, I feel. I just feel like they never, like I said, they've been paying attention to you. They've been watching you, but they didn't want to come in and screw up your life. You know, that just shows another another level of maturity with this person. They weren't coming in to cause drama. They're coming in kind of like saving the day, but they're not looking at that. You know, they just want to be there for you. They want you to know that they're going to be there with no strings attached. You don't have to give them anything. They're just going to be there for you. And they want you to trust in that. But they do know what they want. I feel like this person, they want you. I feel like they always did. They just didn't know how to deal with it before. They weren't mature enough. But emotionally, this person has matured tremendously. Like I said, it's one of the big changes I do see in this person. I feel like this person now emotionally mature. You know, and this person, this is the king to the queen to the king to the king, the queen to the queen. You know, whatever your dynamic is, whatever your relationship dynamic is, this is the person that's there for you, that nurturing, that supporting. You know, and I love these cards, how they make that other face in the background. They want to be there for you. They want you to know that they're there for you. They're going to show up for you. And they're not going to be that person they were before. They've evolved from that. I feel like they really woke up. And being your friend first is their way of showing you that transition. Their way of showing you a different perspective on them. They're not who they were. You know, I feel like with this person, very open with you, very direct. You know, like I said, they want you to know that they changed, and they're willing to show you it before they ask anything of you. They miss you. They've missed you for a while. And like I said, they didn't want to come in and disrupt your life. They didn't want to, cause drama. They want the opposite of that. They want to be the person that you can turn to. They want to be the person that you talk to. They want to be not only your partner, your lover, your best friend, your confidant. They want all that. That's something they couldn't do before because they weren't mature enough to understand it. But like I said, not only are they emotionally mature, and I said big changes, I feel like stability. I feel like they have more stability in their life. And that maturity, that all came with a price. And that price is now they realize how bad they screwed up before. Right person, wrong time. It's exactly what I see. I feel like this was always the person. I feel like you always knew deep down, whether it was easy to admit or not. I feel like deep down you always thought that was the person for you. You might have thought it was completely over, like it was the end, and it wasn't ever going to be better again. But that's not what I see. I see this not so much new love, but almost like a rekindling of love, like a rebirth. With the Ace of Cups. We have the Ace of Wands as well. Very inspiring. Like I said, the rebirth. It's the beginning of something new. This is not like the old connection you have with this person. It's the new and improved. The love 2.0, if you will. But it's much deeper than that. I feel like there's I mean, there's this soulmate, twin flame type energy with this person. They didn't get it right the first time, but they're sure as hell going to get it right the second time. And like I said, I feel like they're going to give you your time, but, I don't feel like they're going to give up. They're not going to try to push this, but they're not giving up either. They're not backing down because they know what they have in you, and they know how life sucks without you. They know what it cost them, and they're not willing to pay that again. It cost them you. And I feel like I said, this is the type of person that has evolved into someone that knows what they want. They know what they need to do to get it. Very protective of you and very nurturing of you. Very nurturing and protective of what you have together and what they want from you moving forward. With the Queen of Swords, it's very honest and very direct. They're not going to bullshit you anymore. I do get the impression that in the past, maybe they kind of, promised you some things they couldn't keep up with, or they made promises that they didn't intend to keep. That's not who they are anymore. And I can tell you this till I'm blue in the face, but let your intuition tell you. Your intuition will never lie to you. It's not only going to tell you what you want to hear, but it's going to tell you what you need to hear. And I feel like very quickly your intuition is going to be telling you that this person is different. And it's not an act. I'll tell you that right now, what I see, I don't see someone acting. I see someone hurt by the actions that they took before. I see someone that knows what that cost them. And I see someone that's very determined not to ever lose that again. I mean, this is someone that wants to move forward with you. This is someone that is going to be loyal to you, honest with you, whether or not, even when it's things they don't want to necessarily tell you, they're going to tell you. Because they're going to keep it 100 with you, all above board. Because they don't ever want you to have a reason not to trust them again. I feel like you're bonded with this person. I feel like you've been bonded with this person. And I feel like you will continue to be bonded with this person. Sometimes I truly believe that we meet people that we're meant to be with. And sometimes we meet them in life before we even see it through. We meet the right person at the wrong time. And that's exactly how I feel this is. I feel like you met them at the wrong time. But I feel like their love for you and their connection to you has caused a lot of this to happen. If it wasn't for meeting you, so in essence, they met you at the right time, the right person at the right time. It just wasn't that time. If that makes sense. They met you when they needed to. It wasn't the right time for you, but it was the right time for them. They needed to see it. They needed to feel it. They needed to understand it. And it caused them to grow. It caused them to evolve into someone that you would be very happy with next to. Someone that's going to show up for you. Someone that's going to be loyal and reliable. And that's not just to get back in your good graces. This is something that is a lifelong choice. They've lived without you, and that wasn't really living for them. And that's why they're taking this leap of faith. And they're hoping to hell that you forgive them and that you give them a chance to show you. Like I said, they're not asking to say, hey, let's get back together. This person's coming in, being your friend first, establishing that trust, and building on it because they want to be with you. Like I said, they want that forward moon with that chariot. They want that family. You're the other half of the beginning of that family for them. Without you, it's not what it is. And that's, like I said, I feel like you've caused a lot of these changes in this person. Unaware, I feel like, you with the Two of Swords, I feel like you didn't really see how much you change this person. But you will. Love changes people. And some people are slower than others. We're all different. We all went to school with that person that was a quick learner, and we all went to school with that person that was a slower learner. It doesn't mean that we don't all get to the same point eventually. There's always that kid in school that was a slacker, that didn't do shit. And then there was those kids that had in the books all the time. It doesn't mean you can't catch up. It just means you gotta buckle up and put in the work. It doesn't come easy. This person knows that. The grass isn't greener on the other side. It was never greener on the other side. I don't feel like that was ever an issue for this person with you. I feel like they just weren't mature enough to see how good they had it. But they're seeing it now. They've seen it. They've been paying attention. They've been waiting for that opportunity to come back to you. And this is their opportunity, and they're coming back. They weren't going to interrupt you in your happiness. They weren't trying to cause drama in your life. But now they see they can be useful to you. Now they see that they can show you who they are, show you their value and their worth. And all they want to do is love on you. But they will take it as you give it. That's one thing that's going to be very important with this. Remember that this person, no matter what they did, they're going to try to make it right. And that shows a lot of character right there. When someone shows up and says they've done something wrong, and they genuinely mean it, you can feel it in your bones and in your heart that they're genuinely, their apologies are genuine. They show up and their actions are genuine. That means something. It means something to me anyway. I'm a Leo rising. You can screw me over, but you won't screw me over twice. You want something from me. If you've done something bad to me, that's on you to make that right. That's not on me. Now with this person, we have Aries, Sagittarius, we have Gemini, Aquarius, and Libra. We have some Cancer and some Pisces as well. We also have a Taurus too. Taurus energy. It's hard when things don't go the way you want it to. It's hard when maybe that person screwed it up or that person didn't see what they had. Especially if we truly cared about that person. But I'll tell you something that's important in life. Me and my partner, we've had issues, me and her. I find it very hard to open up emotionally. I used to. I've evolved. I've gone through a huge awakening, and it wasn't easy. It's almost like you have to reboot yourself, like you have to relearn everything again. And so there was times where I screwed things up. I had a bad habit of pushing people away. Because I felt like in my heart that if I kept people at a distance, for one, they won't get hurt. For two, I won't get hurt. But one thing I didn't account for is how lonely that shit is. And me and my partner, we've been together, me and her met 16 years ago. We've been together for 15. And we've had breakups. But I never gave up. And I feel like that always meant something to her. If I made a mistake, I made it right. If she made a mistake, she made it right. That's what love's about. It's not about having a perfect relationship. There's no such thing as a perfect relationship. People can tell you there is. I've never seen one. I've never seen something perfect. but I've seen people that were perfect together. You know, there's no such thing as a perfect relationship because the scale is so not, well, it's not scalable. It's not something that you can see. From the outside looking in, lots of relationships can seem perfect. But it's not about what's perfect to the outside world. It's about what's perfect for you. Who's perfect for you? And with me and her, I feel like we're perfect for each other. You know, our imperfections are not what bond us. You know, it's about swallowing that pride. You did something wrong, make it right. You know, show someone that if you're honest with someone, you're direct with that person. You know, you don't hold back, and you love them with all your heart. If it doesn't work out, you can't say you didn't try. But I'll tell you one thing: anybody that's given all those things, you will find the one that appreciates that and will give it back to you tenfold. You know, if you're always honest with each other, you're always open, you're always direct, and you just love each other. That's what a real relationship's about. Like I said, a perfect relationship isn't one that doesn't have any problems. Or a good relationship or a great relationship isn't something that doesn't have any problems. It's two people willing to work through that. That's what makes a great relationship. It's two people that aren't willing to give up on each other. Because a lot of people in this world will give up on you. You may give up on other people. But that one person should be the person that never gives up. As long as you're putting in the effort, as long as you're trying, as long as you're being honest, you'll find someone that doesn't give up on you. But don't expect to give up on yourself and have someone stay there for you, because that may not always happen either. You know, you have something special with someone, don't let it go. Work at it. That's one thing I feel like the world has lost a lot of. Is so many people now want to bail. You know, times get a little tough and you just bail. It's about sticking through the hard times. That makes you enjoy the good times so much more. It makes it worth that much more. Now I'm not ever going to condone certain behaviors. So if somebody screwed you over or a partner has done you wrong in certain scenarios, in certain ways, there's some things that you shouldn't forgive. But I'm saying, if you can get past something with a little bit of work, why isn't it worth putting it in? You know, I've seen a few of my friends that I went to high school with going through breakups over the last year. It's actually pretty crazy the amount. And this has been happening for the last few years. I've been seeing people going through these breakups. And it's not just, relationship problems. I mean, it's money problems. I know the world is kind of crazy right now. But, I mean, if you love someone, don't give up on them. You know, if something has value to you, you know, you want someone that's beside you that's going to be there for you. Like, you know, like that old saying, somebody will take a bullet for you. You don't want someone running as soon as somebody pulls a gun. Anyway, I think I got a little bit off topic, but, you know, if you love someone and you think there's a chance that it can work, don't give up on it. You know, like I said, a few of my friends have been going through some stuff where, you know, like a buddy of mine and his girlfriend, they had 2 kids. And, you know, it got to the point where financially was very strapping on them, and I feel like it caused them to fight a lot. And then they ended breaking up and getting separate places, and now they're even in worse situations because they're trying to do it alone. You know, they're both individually trying to have their own place. But sometimes things don't work. But with this reading, like I said, this person, they love you. They absolutely adore you. They've been in love with you. They were a little bit too foolish to see it before, but they've evolved. And trust me, I'm not the person I was a few years ago. So, people change. You know, people always say people don't change. People change. They change all the time. I don't think you can change someone without them wanting it. That's the difference. Anybody can change if they want it. I feel like you made them want it. Be good. Take care. Stay safe.